Okay, so this is going to explain briefly how you can download your redlining map and then how you can actually start to measure the area. So you're going to have whatever map you've been assigned. In this case, it looks like Bay City. So what you want to do is open that up and click on the PDF file, and it should pop open in a preview. Now, you want to actually download it, so you click on these three dots, and you want to go to Open in a New Window. And then, now because I'm the owner of this, it shows this download. If it doesn't show download, then you click on the three dots, and you can go to Download if that's where it'll show up. Pay attention to where you actually download it. That is where you put it. In my case, it opens it in preview. Now, once you've located where it is, then what you can do is you can go back to the Google Classroom, click out of the preview, go to the PDF Measuring Tool website, click on that, it'll open up in a new window. And then you can select the file right here and find your map. Now I know where mine happens to be, and so I'm going to open up Bay City just like that. Okay, and you're going to have to wait a little bit for it to process the file. No logging in required, so no worries there. So then you should see your map. Now, when you up here and set scale, right here, you want to make sure that's set to PT and PT, right? That way when you're measuring your area, it'll all make sense. So then you can set there and you can select measure area, or however you want, or you can go over here and this is the tool. So you probably want to zoom in, and you can scroll, or you can use the hand tool to move around to get your thing. Now the more you zoom in, the better off you'll be. You can use this to move around. To actually measure the area, you click on this area tool. If you click on the area tool itself, you can change what the color of the outline is. So maybe we want to make it pink, or I don't know, blue, let's say, so we can tell what's going on. I like to make it's going to default to a thickness of 1. I like to make the thickness a little bit bigger, maybe 2 or 3, something like that. Not too thick. And then make sure the scale's 1 PT and PT. And then what you can do is you'll notice your cursor changes to crosshairs. You click on one corner, and then you're going to start to draw a line. And if you click on the other corner of what you want to measure, you can click, and then at the very end, so I've created this little square here more or less, right? If I double click, then it adds that area right there. So that shows what that area is. So then if you'll notice that I'm still on here, so you can do complex areas. So you can click right here, click right here. Make sure that when you click, it actually takes. Sometimes it doesn't. But then you go through and you can just click on each corner. So when you're moving it, make sure that you click. Now this is kind of curved, so I can click several times to kind of match the curve. Then just click on each boundary. Now in this case, I've obviously chosen yellow to do, and I double click at the end, and then the area should show up. And you can go through and you can repeat this process for all of these different things. You can use a slider, or you can switch over the hand tool and move around. Beware, if you do switch over the hand tool, then you got to click on the area thing. You can just click on the area thing right here, and it'll go back to whatever default is. And you can just click, click, click. Just keep going around and try to match the curve here. Now, like I said, sometimes to see, I know that that's fixed there. Sometimes it doesn't take, like there. See, it didn't. I clicked and nothing happened. I don't want to then, if I click over here, it'll screw things up. So click here, here. Oh, and I finished. I didn't realize it, so I'm just going to kind of get it in line, double click, and there it is. So then when you're done, you'll have all your areas for a particular color. I would suggest doing one color at a time. So do all the yellow, and then you can just add all these up, either on a piece of paper, or you could open a Google Sheet and type it all in there on the worksheet, on the template that we've got. That you can use, okay? Then once you're done with the color, and say I've added all that up, you want to select it, and if you hit delete, it'll delete those, and then you can go through and say measure some other color, and that's all there is to it.